Hello there. Kelechi Chibozo is the name on 40 Days of Faith. Today, I'd like to talk about my experience or the things I do to avoid temptation, particularly sexual temptations. Jesus taught us to pray, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. So it's better, wiser to avoid temptation than to be struggling to escape it when you're already, enmeshed in it. So in our day and time, sexual sin is quite rampant. And I realized that whenever a person gets involved, or stories around this matter start filtering out around a person, you are the loser. You are really the loser. You might not be guilty of what you have been accused of, but many people will believe the stories about you. So the best thing to do is to live in such a way that these stories never get to stick on you. Now, am I saying that everybody that's been accused has been responsible? No. I'm not saying that at all, but I'm saying that the farther away you stay from this, the easier it is to live your life without having to worry about a damaged reputation and things like that. As a person and as an organization, we have some principles by which we operate. Now, for example, I will not be paying visits alone to unmarried young women. If I have to visit somebody who's not married, a young woman who's not married, I would usually go with someone else. Another responsible person would accompany me on that visit. Except maybe it's a severe emergency. I don't know. I haven't had, those types of emergencies yet, but that's my policy. That's how I work. And when I'm in the office, because I'm a pastor, people talk with me. People come to see me. I counsel with people. And so it's not really possible to be out of the reach of people. And both men and women come to see me and talk with me, and I have to give them time and opportunity. Now, but one thing though, when you come to my office and talk with me, at any point in time where someone is talking with me, anybody from our office is free to walk in. So my staff don't have to wait until I'm done before they come into the office. If they need to say something to me, if they need to pick something from my office, they are free to walk in at any time. So there is that consciousness that somebody can come in here at any time. And if somebody begins to do anything stupid and I have to speak out, then there are people who will just walk in immediately. And those are things, everybody who walks around me knows that you can walk in at any time and it's fine, it's accepted. The other thing that helps me is my wife. My wife is my helper in this matter. If I feel tempted, I share with her. If I'm feeling in a way that I feel is not right, I share with her. Now, I have found out that one of the key things about defeating sexual sin is being open about it. Secrecy is one way by which the enemy hangs people in this particular area. Trying to win over sexual temptation in secret is like trying to win an army inside their own barracks. It's an uphill task. They are in their territory. They have perfect knowledge of the environment. All their weapons are available there. It's difficult to win them in that space. So, light busts darkness. Sexual sin is something that thrives in darkness. And when you shine the light of truth on it, it usually doesn't stand a chance. And those are things, I do personal, many times I find friends, preachers who they have stories of near misses in this direction. I don't have those stories because most times I avoid them before they occur. And I'm comfortable with it that way. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm trying to avoid something that I could have avoided by not being in that situation in the first instance. That's the way I work. That's my own personal policy. And I found that this has been helpful to me over the years. One of the lessons I've learned in my journey of faith. Thank you. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.
I walk by faith and not by sight. I believe every word of God, and God's word